Welcome to the Expert Talks by Kalkine TV. I'm Sage, your host yet again, and today's guest is Mr Ali Usman. He is the founder and CEO of Emalls in UK. And Emalls is the UK's first online shopping mall, and we saw the online shopping sector grow rapidly during the pandemic era of lockdowns and stay-at-home orders globally. And Emalls are the one-stop shop for all your fashion and home-related accessories. And as inflation is impacting the retail sector at this time in many geographies, it will be interesting to hear Ali's insights from the sector. So bringing you live today, we have Mr Ali Usman, CEO and founder of Emalls. Welcome to the show, Ali.
Yep. Hello. Thank you very much for having me on this wonderful show. And I'm pretty much excited to be on this Kalkine Media Network for this brilliant TV network. And thank you very much once again for having me on this live interview show. Thank you very much.
Of course. And Ali, you are also a serial entrepreneur and group chairman at
Yep.
AJS Tech Group. So we're glad you've had time to join us.
Yeah. I think it's where I'm based currently. I'm from traveling from last month, and I think a month in the UAE, and from last week I'm in sub-Saharan African, and it's around you can say 3 p.m. Or a.m. The night at my side, and I'm just be excited to be with you as entrepreneurs are always up for 24/7. So yeah, it's okay. It's I think it's wonderful to be experienced to be with you on this sharing the insights and having some business discussion. So definitely be great.
Well, why don't you share your inspiration with us to get started about your launching of this fantastic new online shopping mall in the UK?
I have my inspiration started when I visited UK in 2014. Basically, just giving you a basic background as well. I'm also a chartered accountant, ACCA as well, and having around 17 years experience in different multinational companies, corporations, including the top MNCs, including PepsiCo International, Baker Tilly International, Chartered Accountants, and many other stuff. So in 2014, I got a chance to visit UK and due to my family, some have some the terms and ties there. And in 2014, 15, 16, these 3 years, I have been keenly observed the market. And primarily at that time, most of the shopping malls are the physical based located, such as the Harrods or the Blue Water, and then a few other ones. And what I was studying and researched about the dynamics of the market and the you can say the e-commerce market trends at that time was pretty much favorable. And at that time there was not even a single you can say a proper mall, or you can say a proper e-commerce store in the UK market that's serving the needs of the all individuals of the current market. So and further, when I face some difficulties in sourcing few products, maybe online, so at that with inspiration that hits me that okay, at least for myself or for my family or for my relatives, I need to develop some system or some e-commerce store where I can provide everything for everyone. So basically, emails have the same vision and the agenda that it's you can find everything for everyone within your budget range, and with a good quality product as well.
That's amazing to hear. So, on that note, please tell us what makes Emalls a unique brand and where do most of your stockists come from? Are they UK based or internationally?
Great question. Initially at the time of start, I started emails UK in 2017, and at that time, pretty much there was not people much aware about the online shopping system as they are now after the you can say the COVID or the pandemic situation arrived, because after that most of the business have been shifted to e-commerce and the online systems. At that time, most of my product was from the locally sourced suppliers from within the UK at the same location where I was based in London, central London, and the Kent, Graves and Kent as well. So over the as the time passes, most of my business, you can say suppliers, just aligned to me, and when they came to know that okay, we have something great in this market, so they asked me to just be alliances with me, get their products showcased into the international market of the UK. And now I have, you can say, a detailed long list of suppliers who are actively working with me, and most of the products are, you can say, the European and the UK based. However, I'm trying also to be adding some more suppliers from the Asian countries, including China, Pakistan, India, as well, because they are pretty much having good export in as such as India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. They have a good export industry in clothing and fashion industry as well, primarily target to the UK market. So these are the current suppliers that I have.
That's fantastic. I know here in Australia we are pushing for more locally sourced products, more locally manufactured products as well, and services, because it can help to support the economy's infrastructure. From your opinion, being based in UK, what are you seeing as the dynamics in the retail sector, and how is it changing in the present contemporary circumstances? Oh,
As I mentioned earlier, that after the COVID and pandemic strikes, most of the businesses and the shopping has been converted to online systems. And further, the you can say that now the people are much aware. Now the competition is much there, and you can say the market has been dynamics have been changing so much that the people's mindset have been already shifted to this side sector, that okay, anything they need to buy, they should go towards the only online platform. Because if now, and I believe that in now as everything is online, whether you want to order a food, you can done it online. Whether you want some ride or taxi, you can done through online or application. So I think the market dynamics are pretty much in a positive direction and developing consumers positive psychology behavior as well in shifting towards this online purchasing and online shopping.
great. Yes, there's definitely a trend been developing over the last couple of years in the unfortunate circumstances of lockdowns. And could you also let us
Mhm.
know on that subject of pandemic lockdowns, how did you notice it affect your business in particular, and how did you overcome the challenges?
As the COVID not impact only my business, it impacts globally, and primarily in the way of where people have employment cuts, where they have you can say more unemployment due to the COVID, and there will be a less budget for them to be more spending in their you can say day-to-day shopping or online shopping as well. So yes, it pretty much impacts every business, and for my business, definitely it also impacts. But as I mentioned, that I have a diverse mix of product supply, so I have a pretty much good range for everyone that can be buy from. But the consumer behavior and the consumer purchasing power, that matters the most. And as I'm already on, you can say, based on an online shopping business, so I try to cover it by sourcing some good quality supplies at the lower rates, and just providing them to the customers at a very little margin, so that everyone can benefit, even if they have some, you can say, employment cuts or spending issues or anything else. And I think now it's pretty much better to all of the world, that people understand that they need to fulfill their needs through maximum support and the maximum online processes that they want to achieve.
That's great to hear. And one of the benefits of having an online store is the lower overheads that are involved. And at this time of high inflation, we're seeing that a lot of retail prices are going up. But also, if the wages can't keep up with the inflation, UK might be facing some sort of stagflation where the spending will stop. So hopefully online shopping will help to maintain stimulus in the economy with the lower prices that you're able to provide
Yeah,
customers.
definitely, totally agreed with your point. And as I mentioned, that if we have a diverse mix of, you can say, good suppliers with the quality products, so we can, of course, there will be a, you can say, win-win situation for both sides. As we are developing the economies and the business for the local markets, as well as for the international markets to display and come into and jump into the international market of the UK and Europe. And of course, when they're providing their products to the UK or Europe market, definitely they are keen to the quality and the excellence that they provide. And of course, their rates, and when you source anything from locally, it definitely costs you high. And but if you source it from, you can say, the local international suppliers who has their local warehouses, local distribution system, and all that stuff, so that gonna you can say save you a lot. And however, there will be, you can say, a less margins. But when you can say, when you do calculations on the volumetric basis, ultimately it's gonna at the down run, it will definitely give you a good profit margin that can, of course, cover up your overheads, your variables expenses, and all that stuff.
Yes, absolutely. And having it locally manufactured and locally sourced products can also avoid those high shipping freights that we're seeing at astronomical levels at the moment. So, Emalls, can people from Australia access Emalls at this stage? Do you ship to Australia?
Definitely, definitely, definitely. Uh, Basically, what the vision I am taking with the emails is that everything for everyone. So definitely we have options for international shipping as well. We have of course customer care support for the international offices as well, for the international customers as well. So anyone who wants to, you can say it's just a e-mall shopping mall is just like a marketplace. You can say that other business are operating at Amazon or other side. So you can have your own you can say shop in that mall, whether you are from Australia, from US, or from UK. You can just have sign up for your shop and display your product, as well as you can also buy the products, as we are also providing the international shipping services to our international customers and consumers as well.
That's great to hear. So, what are your plans for the coming year 2022?
Actually, my plan, as for most of the entrepreneurs and most of the startups, the basic, the you can say the agenda and the plan they have is of the scalability and expansion. So my plan for 2022 is to make it expand and be available in the US market, primarily with the, you can say, a full support center in the US, in Australia, as well as in African region. So that will be help us a lot, because once we have our strong, you can say, presence and very local warehouses, so that's going to save us much more logistics and shipment and other supply chain costs. So my plan for the 2022 is to make it expand in the other regions of the world, so everyone can has everything that they want to buy from any online shop.
That's exciting to hear, because I understand that Dubai is quite an exciting exotic marketplace. So if you have some stockers from there, it might be some variety that maybe the Australian market doesn't provide to us. Thank you very much for sharing your insights today.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Pleasure
Enjoy
is
the rest
mine.
of your evening.
Yep. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. And if you've just joined us, we had a very interesting discussion with Mr Ali Usman, CEO and founder of Emalls in the UK. Please keep watching Kalkine TV for more of these live expert talks. The full recorded interview will be available at Kalkine Media's YouTube channel. And as we say, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine Media.